then, let's get the gold gel pen and let's do a bit of embellishment on the head. So I'm not sure how well this will show up, but we've got to do some embellishment on the leaves as well. I've done a little bit there, but anyway, let's start at the top and work our way down. I'm just going to put the cover there so I'm not going over there with my hand. So let's do a little dot in the centre there. I'm just going to get the ink flowing in this paint, that's it. And then I'm going to go over the dots that Rita's already provided for us here. With the gel pen, as you might already know, so I don't know if this is showing up on the camera particularly well. The light will pick it up as you move it, rather than you seeing it straight away as we put it down here. So towards the end I'll move the picture around so you can see it. You should see some difference on the black. So I'm just doing a tiny little gold dot. The black circles. Oh, I missed one there, it didn't take very well. Yeah, sometimes you have to go over a little bit again. And then here along the orange, I'm just going to do a few bits. I tend to just do it where it's a little bit plain, very light dots on the red. A little highlight dot on the red circles. The same on this side. I was checking there if I did it there or not. There we go. And then, because this red line is quite plain, I'm just going to do. So I'm tapping the paper because I don't want big blobs of the gold. Just want little highlights. Right, that's centre of the flower gold. Just go around the edge there. And do a couple of dots on each petal. Holding the paper still here. And again, trying not to overtake the colours already there. Just embellishing, highlighting. Right, looking at the eyes. Let's just do a couple on the ends of the eyelashes. There we go. Oh yes, and we said we were gonna do a little highlight dot on those. It's probably the one bit I'm not overly happy with, but I'm not gonna do anything. It just is what it is. This middle section here, this bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do, because looking at the blue is very plain, especially when the rest is so busy, but gold against blue doesn't always show, so I'm just going to get the Uniball silver. Oh sorry, I should have said, so I always use for the gel pens Uniball Signo. So I've got the gold, which is nearly run out now, and the silver. So I'm just going to get the silver one because it shows up a little bit better against the blue. I'm just going to do random dots just to break that blue up and it catches the light. If I didn't already say it, I'm using silver because it just goes against the blue a bit better. Blue's a sort of a cooler colour. Not cool as in, hey man, you're cool. Cool as in colder colour, if you know what I mean. Like reds and oranges are warm, blue's cooler. Right, there we go, that's better. That's broken it up a little bit more. Then I'm going to go back to the gold because I'm going against the red now. And again, do some dots against the darker colours. I'm not going to dot the middle bits because I actually quite like the way that's turned out now after not liking it. I am going to just do little gold dots in the centre of these flowers to pick up. And a little one on the red balls there. So when I'm doing it on the balls, I don't want to cover the whole colour, so I am just dotting it. It's almost like a little highlight dot. That's probably the best way of saying it if I haven't already said it that way. And as you can see, I do it so quick. I'm not exactly being too precious about where it's placed. Perfection is overrated. Nothing's perfect in nature, is it? Everything's a bit skew with if you really look at it. And they aren't going to be perfect in real life. Right then, I'm just going to take these little balls, just going to do a little highlight dot. On the mouth here. And maybe just a little row because that's quite plain. Oh, went over the black there. That's okay. I'll leave them like that, I think. I want to give a highlight to the nostrils. We don't really want to emphasise nostrils. Maybe just a little row on that lip here. There we go. Right, I think that's it for now on the face. So let's move on to the neck. Last bit of the picture. Yay! So now, obviously, the face has ended up quite colourful. So I think I'm going to go with more, you know, like the colours we did on the ears and the, what do you call these? They're not antlers, are they? Because antlers are like the big horny bits, whatever these are called. I know someone will tell me. One of you, please put in the comments and the thing what these are called on a giraffe. Either that or Google it at some point. Okay, so what I'm thinking for this bit, looking at it, I'm probably going to go more with the browns and the oranges as traditional. But I'm not going to do block colour, because why? When you've got so many colours, why just do one flat colour? So let's take that little orangey combo that we did for the ears. So I'm going in with 945 first. And a bit like the background, but in smaller bits. I'm going to do similar to what we did for the background. So it's going to give like a, you know, like a motley, is that, would that be the word? I don't know, that'd be the word. I know what I mean. It's going to be like the background with different colours. So that's a brown. Then we go in with 118. I have to excuse me, keep sniffing. So I know most of the world, or a lot of the northern hemisphere, is in going into autumn, but here in Australia we are in spring and it's hay fever season. So it's warming up, it's getting sunny, which is really nice. Now I'm going in with 918, which is the orange, and just blending that out. And this is the one, sorry, I'm interrupting myself. And remember, just like the background, make the very fine edge where that's going to meet other colours really light. Yeah, so it's beautiful because all the lovely spring flowers start coming out. It's sunny again. I'm actually recording this at 5:30 in the morning before I go to work. And you know, the birds are tweeting and it's nice and warm and sunny, and it makes you just, oh, I love getting up when it's all sunny in the morning. It just makes me happier, gives you that good feeling vibe. So yes, it's I do like spring. Autumn is probably my favourite Oh no, I do like spring though. I like spring and autumn. Summer gets very, very hot here in Australia, in Perth. So over in Perth, which is Western Australia, it's a very dry heat, which is quite good. So it's not too humid, not overly humid, but yeah, it can get late 30s into the 40s very easily in the summer. So spring isn't quite that hot. I think it's supposed to be about 32 today, though, saying that, which is fairly warm. Okay, so that's the orange colour. I'm now going to go in with that warmer brown combo that we used for these bits, whatever they're called. So let's do a little bit here, maybe. I'm just kind of randomly picking. Just like we did with the background, going for like corners or edges. And spacing wise, because I know I'm going to use a couple of the lighter colours, I'm trying to space these darker browns out a little. Doing a few more of this combo because I do like this combo. It's a very giraffe colour. I've got a few of these. So now we go in with number 1033. I might just go over the brown a little bit. The brown's lost a bit on a couple of those. Right, and then finish off with 1003. Oh yeah, that's the one. I had to double check, so I'd read the numbers wrong. I'm going to take this particular colour out quite far because it's very giraffe. Don't want to spoil the realism in this giraffe because of course you're going to see multicoloured giraffes around and about, aren't you? Well, you would on Planet Bex. And just there where I'm meeting the orange, I'm just going to take that through. Take that up. Looks like there's a yeah, I want a little bit of this colour here. It's a bit too much without this giraffe colour. Right, okay, and now the in-between bits, I'm going to go with the light combo that we used for the inner ear. 1034 first. I'm looking for the bits where where there's colour left. I'm just kind of going where there's white spots really. 942 now next. I'm going to have to go back and blend the brown on that last combo I did. I didn't blend some of that very well. I'm now going in with the final one, which is this very light one, 1012. And now I'm basically with this 1012, filling in all the white bits extremely lightly, just like on the ear. I almost want this one to, you know, be so light, there's a bit of white showing through. Looks like a little bit of, oh, whatever, a little bit of blue or something. You know, when bits come off the pencil, and try and wipe it away, but they end up staying somewhere, and then see it's happened there as well. That's okay. That's okay. A little bit of a point of difference. And over here as well. Okay, very light, so you got that showing through. Right, now I'm looking at that, and I want to blend the browns in a little bit better, you know, on these ones. So I'll go back to the second combo and the mid brown, which is number 1033. I'm just going to blend that a little bit better. That's a bit better there. Okay. I'm like, what's not working for me now is the orange. So I'm actually going to go over that orange. This is just that last orange, I think. With I'm just going to dull it down into a yellow a little bit. So this is the Spanish orange 1003. I just want to mute it a little bit. I still want it to be orange, but I just want to mute it a little bit because it's a little bit, particularly here, too orangey. So I'm just gonna go over that a little bit and yellowify it a little bit. I just make up words. Yellowify, that's obviously not a word. I know you guys will understand what I'm on about though. A little bit yellow there. Right, I'm going to stop before it ends up purely yellow. So there we go. So we've got the kind of the backgroundy skin effect. So now we're going to do the circle bits. Now this is quite narrow, so I mean, I'm thinking, what do we do? Definitely some maybe pick up some of the reds and oranges on here, I don't want to do just totally multicoloured. Oh, I might do a multicoloured mane just with fine liners, but in this one, yeah, let's go with reds first, and then we'll see how we feel. It is quite fine, so okay. I'm decided. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. Let's go with red combo. So let's go with deep red. What was the other one? That's the orange, and through to a real orange, and then an orange yellow. So I'm going to go with these 5 here. Rather than colour, I'm going to try something different. Rather than colour in the lines as I did as a kid, I'm actually just going to take the colour through, and then we'll outline with a red fine liner. So like I'll just do it. I'm going to ignore the lines basically. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter? My little girl's crying. I don't know why. Well, crying, making noises. She's an English Staffy, so they're very small Staffordshire Bull Terrier. And as she's 12, so she get on a little bit, but as she's got older, sorry, I'm on number 122. That last one was 924. As she gets older, it's a bit more vocal. I think it's probably because in the morning, normally we have a few more cuddles than this, because I have my cup of tea outside in the garden in spring. 921, and give her some fuss. But today I came into the back bedroom and I'm colouring, and I think she's very happy about that. She's like, Mum, what are you doing? It's quiet. Hey. I know. On to number 918. Oh, that last one was 921. I'm not very good at tracking these colours, am I? I'm really not sure how this is turning out. Okay, and then we're going to 1002. With that one over an 8, because that's going to be too much if I just do that. So I need another yellow. I think this one, so number 1003. Yeah, that's a bit yellow. So that one has an extra one on the end there. Now that red needs to be a bit smoother, so I'm going back in with 122. Very lightly. If you can see a kind of a line, you can just go over it just very lightly. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with a dark fine liner. Really dark. No, really dark. No, not really, the really dark red. Let's go with that red, number 40. Let's see what this looks like. I'll start with the smaller one first. And the fine liner will just really define those lines that Rita's provided for you. Slip there, never mind. Yeah, that looks alright. And because we're using obviously a colour, the red, that already make the colours pop. Clean a pencil fine liner. going over a couple of times. I actually want the line to be quite thick. You could be doing it way more careful than I am. Oops. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I like that effect. Yeah, so I'm going to use that red one again. So we've got one there, one there. I'm going to do it on that one as well. So it's nice and close to the face. So teasing with that colour. We'll go red. We'll go darker at the bottom though. So exactly the same combo as we used for the last two. Just going back with that red to blend that a little bit better. Right, and then highlight with the highlight, go around the red. Oops. Right, well, I'm learning. I've never coloured really. I'm a nighttime colourer. I'm not a daytime colourer. We're an early morning colourer, and I make way more mistakes. I haven't had my coffee yet. I've been sipping my tea, not my coffee. Oh, see what? Oh man, you have got a little. I wiped off then. I really went over the lines a bit bad then. You have got a little bit of time when you're putting fine liners over pencil for it to dry a little bit. So if you wipe it very, very quickly, if you make a real big boo-boo, sometimes it comes off. Sometimes you just spread the ink everywhere. Sometimes it comes off. Okay, not the best there, but the effects overall. So we've got this beautiful red. So the question is, mate, I like the warmness of that, so I'm going to keep with the warm themes, but just maybe take it up a shade. So instead of going reds through the oranges, I'm now going to just start on the orange and go through to the yellows. So let's move those reds over, pull in a couple of more yellows. Let's start with the orange. So let's start with the orange, which is 918. So I'll do 3 of these orange ones, and those 2 there I'll probably do just a yellow combo. That's 918, then in with 1022. So when you're looking at it, if I've picked, so I've got about 5 to 6 colours here. So as I'm going in and doing the colours, I kind of, probably without consciously thinking of it, kind of separating it into 5 sections, if you're wondering how I know where to stop. So basically I know with the 5 pencil combo I've picked up that it will finish kind of about in the right space. So you kind of split it up into fifths very, very roughly. Oh, I'm not telling you the numbers here. That was number 917. The yellow before was 1022. Now I'm going in with 1003, which I think is, no I'm not, because it's practically the same colour. Now I'm going in with 916. It's better, it's a bit brighter. And I'm just going over quite large bit, just trying to make that blend a bit better because it's a little bit liney. And that might not be my blending, it might be also the colours I've actually picked don't transition very well. And that's partly because I don't use Prismas as much as Polys. Yeah. Kind of moving this as I do it, don't I? And then the last one is 915, the lemon yellow. Very, very light. Okay, now we're going to go around that with an orange. So we'll pick the, I know the door keeps going. We'll pick, is that the dark orange? Okay, we'll use this one. I think this is the right one. Number 30, Stabilo. It looks a bit light. We'll see how we go. Oh no, it's okay. It is a little bit lighter than I wanted. Just showing up on the yellow, okay. Not so much on the oranger section, but it'll do. I've got so many pencils and fine liners out. Because what I do is, because I don't know what I'm going to use, let me just shut the door because it keeps banging. There we go. And because I don't know what I'm going to use until I'm using it, I just, whatever I end up using here, I keep out, and then when the picture's finished, I will colour and put the numbers on a piece of paper and take photos. So when I then put the video together, in my very haphazard, rustic way, simple way, I'll put them at the beginning so you can get everything ready. But the only way I can remember what ones I've used is just by leaving them out. So that's why I have millions out, and then I'm trying to find the colour I want, and it's not really there. Okay, I'll stick with this now. I kind of wanted the darker orange. In fact, no, let's go with the darker orange and see if it makes a difference. So this is number, because I've just saw where it was, I couldn't find it, 48. So this is the darker orange in the Stabilo. Quiet, baby. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. See how it's got more definition against the actual orange as well. Or maybe you think it's too dark, so you can stick with the other one. I won't bother going over the other one, we'll leave it a bit different. There we go. Right, yeah, I prefer the darker one, but we'll leave that one like that one. It makes it look a bit different. But I'm going to use the darker one over here. So I think I've said this before, normally I colour on my lap. And so when I'm doing this, I would be moving the book around to suit how, like the angle I'm colouring. It's actually extremely, or I find it extremely difficult keeping the book stationary for one, and sitting at a desk at an angle for one, which I don't. I colour on my lap very closely. So yeah, that's why I'm not being as accurate as I normally would, but that's okay. You get the gist, and I'm sure you'll be doing a better job of following the lines than I am. Right, there we go. Yeah, I like that effect. So let's just do these two, and let's just go in with some 2 yellows, 3 yellows, okay. So I'm going to start with 917, so this is going to be kept really light. And then we'll do the darker one here. Then I'm going to go 916. And then go in with the lemon yellow, 915. And then go round the outside with a light yellow, dark yellow. So this is number 54. I'm just going to use this because I realised I haven't actually outlined the neck. There we go, neck done. So see, that's way more giraffe, isn't it? I suppose, or traditional giraffe colours. So for down here, got to be a rainbow, hasn't it, really? But let's go with just a basic rainbow in fine liners, and let's keep it pretty bright. So we've got the reds there. So dark red, red, and then we'll go orange. And then we'll go the yellow, but I'm not doing the, I'm keeping it. So you got 2 other oranges there I could use, but I don't want, I want a, what do I want oh, go on, let's go with a longer transition. So there's the yellows, and we've got a lighter yellow there. And then we'll go to greens. Where's my greens? So we'll go to the greens, then into the turquoises. And then from the turquoises to the blue, the darker blue. Let's take that blue. Then into the purples from the blue. So where's my purple, and then through to pinks, pink, and we've got another, using the whole range of pink. There we go. Yep, and then we'll just repeat, because then the pink will go into the red. So I'm using all these. All the numbers. I'll shout them out as I do them. Okay, and that's the rainbow effect. So starting with number 50. Going in with number 40. Like a bingo caller. Here we have number 48. 4 and 8. 48. I know you used to always play bingo. I used to go with her sometimes. I liked bingo. At 30. 3 and 0. Number 30. Can't remember all the things, because they used to have little sayings for different numbers, didn't they? 5 and 4. 54. Oh, Becky got that the wrong way round. That's going to bug me. Sorry, there we go. Okay, I got that the wrong way round. Hopefully you haven't. 4 and 4, 44. I'm going to do 2 of the yellows because I quite like it. I mucked that up there, but that's quite nice. It's a bit, lasts a bit longer. So 2 yellows, because I've only got 2 yellows. 2 and 4, 24, the brighter yellow. Then we're going to go into the greens. I might cover up that slippage there. So 3 and 3, 33. Let's do 2 of that green. I'm going to go slightly darker green, 3 and 6, 36. Oh, I think I'll do 2 of those as well. I'm going to turquoise, 5 and 151. Oh, not too late. Yeah, 31. 2 similar, so I'll just do the 1. Uh, 32. This is the blue. 57. 59. 55. 58. Oh, that's the purple I was looking for, and I used that Tri Plus one for that flower up here. And I said there wasn't a stablo. There is a stablo colour like that. This one, oh, that's beautiful. And 56. And then we go back into the reds. But I'm not going to use that dark red. I'm just going to go with the light red. So there's that. So back to number 40. And then number 48. That's so like the red, I'm just doing 1. And hopefully I won't get it wrong this time. Number 54. pretty. And number 44. Picked up a bit of blue or something there. And then number 24. And number 33. Number 36. Number 51. Go straight to the blue from that one, number 32. To the lilac blue. Probably should have done that the other way around, eh? Oh. Then to the purple, 59. Nearly finished, guys. Now we're finishing on the purple. Perfect. And the dark purple. Yay. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it in red, with the deep red I think, is, see along the top here, I don't know how much the camera's picking it up, but I've gone over the line pencil. And so the edge, it's just making the edge look not so crisp, so I'm just going over it, fine liner in the deep red. It's the black area that Rita's already put on. I'm just defining what's already there. Just give it a crisper edge. That's better. There we go. Oh, we're almost done. So the last thing I'm going to do now is go a bit nuts with the gel pen. With my silver, because I started on the leaves here, but I haven't done it everywhere. So on here, I'm not actually going to touch this part. I'm not actually going to touch the right. I'm not going to touch the neck at all with any gel pen, because I actually quite like the fact how that's turned out with no little sparklies. But I'm going to do some on the leaves against the blue. As I said, the silver's better with the blue. Can you see down here? You can't. So let's move that up. So this one here. I'm just going to do a few dots using the silver. And we'll do the same with this one over here. Just doing the dots in the little squares that we did. I'm trying to anyway. Be perfectly in the squares, but you know. Where else does it need a little bit of? Oh, there's another blue one up here at the top. I can't see the squares so much, so I'm just going to do random there. There we go. Right, on the orange, around these brown ones, let's go in with the gold. Oh. Just have to get the ink flowing a little bit. You can't see these until the light reflects. Just going to do a few on there as well, just very little ones. You can hear the tapping probably. I'll probably do a little video and put it on my Instagram page. Hopefully you can see this top leaf. So the top brown leaf with the orange background, just doing some dots on there. Let's do some dots on this one. Yeah, so flick over to the Instagram page, my Instagram page. Just see that. Where else it needs it? I don't want to go too mad. I might do the little centre of the flowers there. Coloured yellow, and I'm just going to highlight them with the gold. I think we might be done. Less is more, maybe. Yeah, I think we're done, guys. I think we are done. So I'm just going to take my phone out of here. Me and my iPhone. Oh, and now I'm just going to, if I lift this up to the daylight. No, that's not going to work, is it? Because the daylight, because I've got shutters. Okay, let's just keep it like that. That didn't work, that experiment. So there we go. Can you see the finished picture there? I'll do some good photos. Anyway, I'll go outside and get a couple of photos so you can see. But we're finished. Thank you for following along. Hope you like the my take on Rita Berman's colourful giraffe. I actually came outside to do a couple of photos, and I thought, oh, I'll just do a little quick recording. There's the wind there. So hopefully you can see how the sorry, the wind is. See how the as you do it, you pick up the sparkles. Yeah, there we go. That's in the daylight, so hopefully that's showing up a bit better. There we go.